What's up, guys? My name's Alex, owner of Stance Down Low, and here's my H22 swap suit. So this is a 97 Honda Civic hatchback with an H22 JDM motor swapped in. I've had this car for about 10 years and it sat in the garage for the first part of its life while we collected parts, made a list, checked it twice before we even turned a wrench. I wanted to find something that was already swapped. And this one was swapped with the H22. The suspension was cut springs, had drum brakes in the rear when I first got it. It was very riced out and Juanito rigged. But I saw potential. Little did I know what I was getting myself into. So let's start from the beginning. When my last one was actually stolen, and we weren't done building that one, so that's why we got ourselves back into the Honda game. Now, I built this car to handle, so everything came off the car and we put everything new back on. Now, the hardest part of this whole build was getting all the old stuff off. Rusty, bolts wouldn't come out, and now this is a Civic, so they are fairly decent and easy to work on. But the hardest part was getting all the old stuff off. First thing we did was address the suspension. For the suspension, we went with Ktuned street coilovers. And in the front suspension, we got some Buddy Club extended ball joints. We have some blox upper control arms. And in the rear, it's all spherical bushings, from PCI trailing arm bushings to Blackwork Racing lower control arm bushings, to everything in the rear is all spherical bushings. Once we got all the suspension installed, we addressed some issues that we had with the motor. It ran, we got it started. Our first ECU was just a chipped and tuned backyard ECU that came with the car. It got us going for a little bit, but then the first motor blew. Right now, as it sits, we are currently on our third motor and third transmission. The second motor blew because it was burning oil. Typical Honda things. But the motor we have in here now, it's fresh, does not burn any oil. And we just recently installed the Hondata S300 V3 and had it tuned. Now, we had it tuned by Reds Racing, and it was Mikey Spec, who did the tune. And on Reds Dyno, our H22 made 196 wheel horsepower and 160 foot-pound of torque. is full bolt-ons. My goal for this was to build a well-rounded, balanced street car that can go to the track and have some fun. If we want to make a little more power, Rudd's recommended a bigger intake pipe and switch to a 3-inch exhaust. With that combination, we'll be over 200 wheel horsepower. And going over the outside, we try to keep it simple. This car came black, so we ended up wrapping this car a satin black. So that's why you see a little bit of gloss, a little bit of matte, and just a subtle, elegant finish. And now we're finally getting to enjoy our dream build of a Honda. Like I said, there's a couple more things we want to do, but for now, we're just enjoying it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little vid, and I hope you guys enjoy my little Honda. Now, I've had a lot of people and a lot of help in the whole process of getting this car on the road. A lot of friends, a lot of help from my dad. Just a lot of people helped out to get this car to where it is, and I'd like to thank all of them. Want to acknowledge them. You guys know who you are, and I just want to say thank you.